Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey there, real gamers and pudding cup eaters. Retro Rob here, and today we're going to take a look at my Nintendo Switch collection. Those of you who watch the station regularly will know by my haul videos that it's grown quite a bit, and I think it's time to show you it yet again in its entirety. And it's mostly entirety. I'm not going to bother with the digital stuff because I got a lot of stuff on digital as well, but maybe we'll make that into a separate video. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that idea. But anyway, let's get started. I'm going to do this different from my usual format where I hold it up here and then zoom in. I'm just going to zoom in on it because there's quite a bit of ground to cover today. Let's get going.
Retro Rob plays everything.
Alright, let's start this thing with the obvious. We've got The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Explorers Edition. This is one of the first games I got for the Switch, and is still among my favorites. I don't get to play it as much as I would like, but it is great. You know what the worst thing is? I saw a meme about this, and it's whenever you start getting into an adventure game, and then you quit playing it for a while, and you come back to it, you might as well restart. And I think that's probably where I am going to be on this game, because I haven't played it in months, and I'm almost sure I'm going to have to just restart it. But I think I'm going to, during my vacation, I've got a birthday vacation I'm going to do. Yep, like a little kid or something. And I'm going to take 3 days off, and I think I'm going to play this quite a bit. Next we have Super Bomberman, another one of the first games I picked up for the Switch. This one was kind of disappointing. I don't know why I don't like it that much, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't get me going like many of the other Bomberman games did. I really love the Super Nintendo version of Bomberman, and it was great. Well, there's like 3 or 4 of them, but let's just say all of them for the Super Nintendo, and I found this just to be kind of lacking. And I found that a lot. You know, retro remakes sometimes aren't that great. Now, occasionally I've run into an amazing one. This one just didn't do it for me. Let me know. Should I retry this one? I just don't think so. Next. Speaking of remakes, sorry I bumped into something there. We've got Penguin Wars. This one actually is a really, really good remake, and I'm very glad I picked it up. I don't think you ever saw this in the store. Did this ever show up in the store? I don't think it did. It was one of those games that I ordered as a special limited edition type of thing, I think. And just an amazing game. I've got a video on this, by the way, if you're interested. Just take a look for Retro Rob and Penguin Wars. Really good game. And I'm not doing this in any particular order, so we've got Bobble for Friends Special Edition. Came with a couple keychains, pretty neat. Another one I did a video on and was somewhat disappointed with. Graphically, it's pretty nice. It just, I don't know. It's hard to explain what's really missing in it, and during the video, I really had a hard time explaining what I really thought was so wrong with it. But there is something off about it, and it's too bad because I think it just could have benefited from some more playtesting. It was so close to being really pretty good, and it just kind of was mediocre. Just for the record, there's going to be a few games in here that I haven't played. There's going to be a lot of games probably that I didn't play because I picked them up either like during the holidays on sale or whatever. Just never got around to it. This is one of them. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And I know almost nothing about it. It just was pretty cheap during the holidays and I picked it up. But as you can see, Mario and the Rabbids team up for an epic adventure. Is it epic? Somebody love this game? Let me know. Maybe I'll pull it out and try it. I like when you can do this, when you can pull off the Joy-Cons and use them as individual player controls, so that's a big plus. We'll see. Next, Has Been Heroes. And this one I played a little bit. As I recall, it's a roguelite type of game. Yep, lots of different objects. It was okay. It held me for not as long as I would have thought. And I did buy this pre-owned, but it was one of the first games I picked up. So not an amazing game, but not bad. Well, here's another essential game, Super Mario Odyssey. Good game, actually. It's not exactly what I was expecting in a Mario game, because I haven't really played a lot of the super recent ones. I've been playing the 2D ones that come out, but not like the main series ones. So I was kind of surprised as to the direction it went, but I was also surprised it was pretty good, and I've got quite a few hours into this. Pretty good game. No complaints at all. Obviously, you know, again, one of the essentials for the system. Next, recent pickup. This is Children of Mourdock. I'm probably going to do a video on it. I originally hadn't because I just kind of picked it up on a whim. It was another one of those games that was on sale for 20 bucks, so I just picked it up. This is also a roguelite game, or roguelike, however you want to say it. And it is really good. You basically play like a family who goes out adventuring, and you can play the individual parts of the family over time, you know, like the son or the sister or whatever, son or daughter, not son or sister, but you can play the mom, the dad, all the characters. It's not how you're thinking though. It's all basically adventure, and the different characters have different abilities, and you unlock the rest of the family over time, and they all have different ways to play. It's a really good game. I was very surprised by how much I like it. So definitely, if you get a chance, give this one a try. Well worth playing. Hey, on to the games that I don't remember jack about. Here we have Shining Resonance Refrain, and it's one of those Sega RPGs. And I can't remember jack about it, to be fair. You can defy the tyranny of the Empire and stop them from exploiting power of the ancient dragons, including the soul of the one you possess. With the help of your friends, realize your destiny, save Astoria, and unleash the strength you've always had locked away. Neat. But I never got around to playing it much. Next, Penny Punching Princess. Freaking great if you can get your hands on this one. Another one of those little action adventure games that are, you know, everywhere on the Switch. But this one is just so enjoyable. There is like, there's basically like a money mechanic to it, and you can buy things like on the fly to attack with. It's really cool. I did do a video on this one. Check that one out if this looks like anything you might be interested in, but it is really great. I hear that it came out on the Vita too. I've been trying to find it, but no luck so far. Great game though. Definitely pick that one up. Ugh, I keep hitting the light. That's it. I'm moving the light. Another holiday pickup. Resident Evil Revelations Collection. Internet download and micro SD required. That happens pretty much all the time with the Switch. I don't know why they felt like they mentioned it, but it's just, you know, whatever. It is what it is. All right, next. 2 survival horror classics now available on the Switch. Resident Evil Revelations and Resident Evil Revelations 2, apparently. I don't think I've played either one of these. I used to really be into the Resident Evil series back in the day. Haven't been so much lately. Keep planning on getting back to it. Never have the time. I do have, I think it's Revelations, the original Revelations on the 3DS. Let me know if I got the wrong version, but I'm pretty sure I had it on the 3DS, or still have it on the 3DS and played it a little bit. Next, Civilization 6. Okay, so here's what happened with this. Was playing it on my PC, absolutely loved it, bought it for the Switch, played it 2 times, and then put it away. Yeah, welcome to life with the Switch. It was an inexpensive pickup, and I was totally into this on the PC. I don't know, I might not like it with the Joy-Con controls as much as I like it with a mouse. It just seemed a little bit more addictive with a mouse. And I guess on this kind of game, controls do matter. But anyway, I still would say if you don't have a PC that'll run this game, which I would imagine most would, pick it up on the Switch. Or if you just want to play it on the go, who knows? Next, Dragon Quest Builders. I hear I hear that Dragon Quest Builders 2 came out, and I kind of want to get that. This is a really cool little game. I'm kind of surprised because I generally don't care for the Minecraft type of games that have adventure. I used to love Minecraft when it was in beta, and then over time I really kind of fell off of it. I think it got like too much of that magic, too much of that other crap in it. There was just too much going on, and this one still does that. Has a lot going on, but it's fun. I really enjoy playing it. I will probably come back to this one because I've got hours into it, and really good game, and I can't but guess that the second one will be good too. And here's another one. I think I got this on the PC first too. Not 4, but one of the earlier ones and really liked it. Valkyr 4 Chronicles. And this is a tactics type of game. And it actually is really good. I generally would say that tactics games... And you know what? That wouldn't be fair to say. I do generally prefer... I'm going to say it this way. I do generally prefer to play tactics games on the PC. But there are exceptions, and this is one of the exceptions. Really good little game, nice graphics, just a nice graphical style. You can't really see it here. It's hard to explain what that style is, but it is really nice. The combat is good. You know, it's turn-based, but it's really quite good. Yeah. I'm talking too much. Running out of stuff to say. Worst YouTuber ever. Alright, here we go with some Fire Emblem Warriors. I do like the Warriors games in general, and this is no exception. I believe I've done an unboxing and gameplay on this one as well. If I haven't, let me know and I'll go ahead and do one. The strongest bonds are forged in battle. I guess that's kind of true. When you're getting beat up together, let me tell you, you make friends. Ask anybody at my high school, pretty much. Alright. Yeah, this is basically, it's basically a brawler game hyped up with a whole bunch of, like, collectibles and a little bit of strategy thrown into it. But at its heart, you're just beating stuff up, and I approve of that. Let's do some more games that I have not even opened. Meat Poi Explorer Edition, which is the last thing I ever bought at... I want to call it the ABC. That's what my kid used to call it. That is crazy. Toys R Us. Anyway, this is the last game I ever bought at Toys R Us. Maybe I'll never open it. Poi Collector's Edition. I think it was like $10. And it was... I'm almost sure it was literally the last game there. If it wasn't the absolute last game, it was like one of the last few games they had for the Switch there. The memories. Toys R Us is back now, by the way. They've got like 2 stores, which I think is kind of interesting. Sparklight. I did a video on this not too long ago. Action RPG slash roguelite type of game. It's pretty good. It's a lot of heavy grinding at the beginning before you get very far, so fair warning on that. You're going to be grinding for quite a bit to really get into the meat of the game, but it is pretty good. It's definitely worth picking up. I like it. I keep buying these things. Knights of Azure 2, Bride of the New Moon. I buy a lot of these. And this kind of RPG, I generally do like it, but I never have time to play it. It's like kind of an action RPG type of thing. I start getting into them and then I just kind of drop off and go do something else. Now, you would think I'd just quit buying new ones, right? You'd think that would be a thing, but no, I don't operate that way. I'm absolutely sure I'm not the only person on the planet who buys a bunch of games and doesn't play them as much as they probably should. Minecraft Story Mode. There's a story behind this one. I did get it cheap, but my wife and I played the first chapter of this, which I think is free, or at least must have been free at some point, and I figured I'd pick it up and we'd play the rest. We never got around to it, but it is not impossible that we won't get back to it because... Did that make any sense? It's likely we'll come back to it. There we go. Because it is kind of a neat little storyline. It's not everybody's cup of tea, I understand that, but it is very nice if you want to play with more than one person. And just have one person control the game, but then you both choose where the storyline goes. These games are great. I have nothing bad to say about Telltale games. I think they're really good. Next, we've got Steamworld Dig 2, which had bonuses in it, huh? Yeah, it does. Be darned. Anyway, this, how do you explain it? Like a 2D Minecraft, kinda, but with a story? It's, no. I don't want to say that. It's a digging game. Let's just say that. Yeah, anyway. Adventure waits below the surface. Dig deep, gain riches, and unearth the terrors of the underworld in this platform mining adventure. And I think I played Steamworld Dig originally, I think on the 3DS. I'm going to say it was on the 3DS, and I bet that's right. And really loved the heck out of it. Yes, I did, because I had a plane flight, and I played it through the plane flight. Because I hate flying. Anyway, again, useless information. But anyway, Steamworld Dig was really great. I enjoyed it. I actually did play it to the end, basically. And then it was kind of short, I thought. So I bought 2. Always meant to get around to it. Never really did. Played a couple rounds. Maybe I need another plane flight. Guess so. Alright, let's look at something big. There's Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Special Edition, which I got, I think, for Christmas the same year I got my Switch, and loved this game. And it's another game I'm going to have to restart. What happened was, I picked it up for the 3DS, the original one, the first game for the 3DS, and started playing that, and kind of lost my way on this one. Huge world, great game. I even like the storyline, and generally I get kind of annoyed if there's like way too much storyline, and this would be a game that probably qualifies for that. There is a lot of talking going on, but I really enjoyed it. So, you know, maybe if you're a person who doesn't like games that do a lot of, you know, like this video, then you might like this. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but cool game. Check out the 3DS version. I find it amazing that the 3DS can even handle a world of the size of this.
Thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, or I will go Skynet on your butt.
I almost forgot to tell you about Hyperspace Stellar Edition, which I also picked up recently for just 20 bucks. Boy, I'm happy about this one. It is, oh man, what is this? This is a roguelite space battle type of game. It's really hard to explain. You keep doing new runs, dying, upgrading your ship, sending it back out there, getting blown up, rinse and repeat. It is a really great game. I've got a number of videos out there right now for it, and feel free to check those out. But this is a really good game. Really enjoy my time with it. The Switch version of it is just probably as good as the PC version. The only thing I have a problem with is when you're playing in handheld mode, the controls can be a little bit oversteer. So that's the only real problem I see with it. But other than that, great little game. Definitely check out my video on that. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection. It's too dang easy. True story. Yes, I realize if I finish it a couple more times, it's gonna get harder. But I just think really the game should have been at least a challenge in the first place. I did this during the live stream a while back, and I wasn't even really focusing on the game, and just didn't die no matter what kind of crazy crap I did. And that's a problem. I realize that like serious Diablo players, like, they're into the whole replay and replay and replay. It's just not necessarily what everybody wants to do. Anyway, if you don't know this game, you should. I wouldn't believe you don't. But anyway, it's a hack and slash game. Classic American style hack and slash action. And is that really an American thing? I think so. I mean, I guess if you call like Japanese RPGs, JRPGs, I guess you could call this an ARPG. Well, we'll see what kind of comments I get on that. Anyway, great graphics. I actually do enjoy playing it. It's just that, again, too easy. Maybe when I get through the first round of it, I'll have a harder time. Speaking of games that aren't too easy, let's look at Enter the Gungeon. Oh man, dual stick. There's nothing to see there. All right, dual stick, shooter roguelite, and it's pretty freaking great. I really do like this game. If you like that kind of thing, it's a genre onto its own. The dual stick roguelite. You will like Enter the Gungeon because it is freaking great. Keep going. How about some Killer Queen? Killer Queen Black is a game that came out originally as an arcade game, and we saw it at the Midwest Gaming Classic, and it was freaking amazing. It is a freaking amazing game. But the problem is that this is mostly an online game, and you need to have a Nintendo account if you want to play it online, and that's everything, I guess, that's online. But it's kind of disappointing to find out that it didn't have a real one-player versus computer mode. Not really. It says 1 to 4, but not really. All right, going on. I got 2 left. One of them is, did I ever do a gameplay on this? Burger Time Party, which it's Burger Time. If you've ever played the classic, it's a platformer where you build burgers by walking over the top of them. Very hygienic game, very great. Just like real life, by the way. Just the way real burgers are made. In case you didn't know, you step on them and they fall down. But anyway, it's actually pretty good. It's probably of limited interest to most players unless you're really into Burger Time. I'd say that I think it's better than most reviewers felt it was, but it's not perfect by far. But if you can get it cheap, definitely pick it up. I think if you got some friends to play it with, you're gonna have a pretty good time. One left, and it's StarLink Battle for Atlas. I can hear the groans. But it's actually really a very good game, and I said in my coverage of this game that it really suffered because of the fact that they put these toys in. You don't need the toys. They're just like a bunch of waste of plastic. This particular version I'm okay with because I do like Star Fox, and it's neat to have a little R-Wing, but all that plastic is just a waste. Nobody's going to use it. You don't necessarily need it to play the game. Just such a waste. I generally don't harp too much on, environmental waste, but come on, this is ridiculous. So anyway, the game itself, I think, is a big thumbs up. The idea of tying toys to it is ridiculous. That's all I really have to say about it. And that's it, my Switch collection for 2020. Is there anything I absolutely should get? I'm especially interested in indie games or those limited run type of games. Let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, of course, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in a couple days. Bye!